Hey, I'm Sarah Gaither with Carolina Pottery, and today we're going to be making a scarecrow hat. Pretty excited about this. So we're going to start with a straw hat, and then we're going to take some raffia, and we need to make the scarecrow's hair. So I've got a piece of raffia here and another piece here. I'm going to put one on top of the other, folding this one, and then I'm going to wire all of this together. So I'm just going to wrap the wire all around this part of the raffia. And then I'm going to take the wire and stick it through the hat. And then I'm going to turn the hat over and tie off the wire. And now my hair is attached to the head. I'm going to twist that on, and we'll worry about cutting all of that off later. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend the hat down, and using my glue gun, I'm going to glue that brim down to the hat. So I'm going to use quite a bit of hot glue, and then I'm going to come and attach the hat, folding it over. Then, anywhere you need to trim off his hair, we're going to go ahead and trim that off. And if you wanted to add bangs to it, you can add bangs. It's totally up to you. Okay? Now the next step is I've tied a bow, and I'm going to go and put the bow down at the bottom. And make sure you check out our other videos of all different ways of tying a bow. So again, I'm going to take the wire, stick that through the straw hat, and then I'm going to twist that on the back again. And so now we're going to add his face. So I have an orange piece of felt and a black piece of felt, and I've gone ahead and cut out the eyes and the mouth and his little cheeks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the glue gun and I'm going to add his eye on. And then of course we want him to have two of those. So I'm going to add the other one. And then I have a little piece of black for his smile. And I'm going to add that. And then I want him to have some cute cheeks. So I'm going to add that to the side. And then he needs a nose. So what I did was I took just a little scrap of ribbon that I had, and I'm going to cut out a triangle. So I've cut out my little triangle, and then it's a little too big. And then I'm just going to glue that on, and now my scarecrow has a nose. So now we're going to make them look even more fall. So I've gathered up some leaves and sunflowers, and I've already cut them up, and I'm going to use my glue pan now. Dip in my leaves in my glue pan. I'm going to put some down around the bottom with the bow. And I want what I do on one side, I want to go ahead and do on the other side. So I'm going to have two sets of leaves down at the bottom. And then I'm just going to add one little flower down there. And these are just some small little sunflowers. And this is a great way if you've made a wreath that if you have some scraps, you can add those in. So I've got a little bit of a sunflower there. And then I'm going to add up to the top. So I'm going to do the same thing. Using my glue pan, I'm going to dip it into the glue. I'm going to start with the leaves. And this I'm just going to kind of lay down on the top. And then I'm going to go over it again with my glue gun to make sure that I've really fastened it down there. And then I'm going to do my next set of leaves, starting in my glue pan, and then adding that in the opposite direction. I'm going to add a little bit more of my hot glue, and then come on and add my flowers. And I started thinking about it. If your face doesn't look just absolutely the way you want it to. Remember, Scarecrow purpose of a scarecrow is to scare off the crows in your garden. So it's okay if it's not a perfect face on your scarecrow hat. And now that we're complete, we're ready to hang it on our front door and enjoy it all through fall. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Sarah Gaither with Carolina Pottery.